Alright, let's take some time and appreciate the length of my natural nails because they're on their last leg. They're going to be breaking soon. In fact, my thumb started cracking like right here, right at the base. And in order to eliminate the crack, I kind of had to file it like this on an angle. So it's more coffin shaped than it is square now. And I have a feeling that once they're past a certain length, they're going to have to be coffin shaped and not square in order to maintain the length and get it longer. That's what I'm thinking. But usually at this point they'd be broken. Like, they're twice as long as I've ever had them. I'm actually super shocked. So today I'm going to be painting my nails with this color. Not doing a design. I'm kind of running out of Halloween ideas. Especially since I'm not left-handed. And it's really hard to do a design on my right hand with my left. So that has to be taken into account. Another thing is I need these colors, because I have a couple ideas in mind of what I want to do, but in order to be able to do them, I need other colors. And before I could use those colors, I want to swatch those colors. You know what I mean? I'm kind of weird like that. I have to do it in a certain order. And I also want to go through like all these glowies from LA Colors just to get them out of the way before Halloween is over. Because there's quite a bit to that collection. And yeah. So, I don't know. At the moment, I'm just going to paint my nails on camera and take time to appreciate the length of my nail. Because I know that's not going to be lasting forever. They're going to be breaking soon. And normally, I would, like, and I know I could probably do, like, gel on them, but I'm kind of afraid of gel because of my eczema. And that would also probably require me to pay someone to do it, and I kind of don't have the money to do that right now. So, and then there's always acrylic. Like, I could do my own acrylics, but, again, the left hand doing the right hand is a problem as far as shaping. So I've been trying to teach myself to be ambidextrous by only swatching my, this hand once a week to force myself to do daily swatches with it so that I can, like, slowly try to gain more control in it and get better at doing stuff with it, but it's hard. Like, it's super hard. So, the thing with these glow-in-the-dark ones is, you see what they're super sheer. They're super sheer. So, that's only one coat. I usually bring them up to 4 coats. And that takes a while, because that's about 40 minutes. I like to wait 10 minutes in between coats. So, yeah, while I'm talking on camera, I kind of don't do that, and then they end up kind of like all gelatinous and take forever to dry. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a second coat because this is kind of dry already, the thumb. And by the time, and then what I'll do is I'll stop the video and then come back and do the other 2 coats after this has time to dry. I don't want to have to stop the video 4 times. So I think if I do 2 coats and then 2 coats, I'll be okay as far as not having to take forever for them to dry. Another thing that I noticed with these glow-in-the-dark polishes is if you don't do like 4 coats, the glow-in-the-dark effect is very streaky. Even like the color payoff is really streaky. And right now I look like I have freaking smoker's nails. This is a hideous color. But I have an idea for it. But I have to swatch it first. And technically, the design idea I have for this one requires a black nail polish. And I have one that I need to swatch from Believe Beauty. And then I looked up, because I had no idea what kind of design I could possibly do over this yellow. And I Googled something that looked really cool that somebody did with like jack-o'-lanterns, where the eyes and the nose and mouth were yellow and the rest of the nail was black. So I thought that would be kind of cool to recreate with this glow-in-the-dark polish. But it's also going to be really hard to do because I am using my left hand. And on top of that, it's also, what's it called? I forgot. Maybe I'll think of it when I come back. Alright, so I'm going to stop now, and I'll be back for the next, let this dry, and I'll be back for the next 2 coats. It doesn't look like this yellow is going on very good, to be completely honest. I think this yellow is kind of meh. I just look like I've been smoking for my entire life, and my nails are super stained. This might be one that needs, a base coat, if I'm honest, like a white base. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt. I'm gonna swatch it like this regardless. So I'll be back. See you guys soon. And I am back with what looks like smoker's nails. Yeah, this color is looking really bad, but I have been doing 4 coats of these polishes for the swatches that I've released so far. I believe I did the pink and the white. I mean, the white is not really even a white, it's kind of like an off-white. This is looking really bad. I think this one is gonna need like a base coat to look decent. And yeah, I might actually bump this one up to 6 coats, if I'm completely honest. So there might be a part 3 where I pause this video and wait for it to dry down and then come back and do another 2 coats. But it's, yeah. I'm not liking this one. The other ones were way more buildable. Like the coverage. And I could even hide, like, the nail polish that's stuck underneath my nail. Because that happens sometimes. Where when I'm doing my nails so often, I can't really get all the polish off from the previous swatch. So, it is what it is. So, I don't really have high hopes for the other yellow in this collection either. I think it's gonna be like this ugly, transparent, I look like I've been smoking for 30 years kind of a look. What a bummer. I mean, this looks bad. This is really bad. I don't know if it's even worth doing a 4th coat. Because I think it's going to remain like that weird transparent kind of color. That's a real bummer, actually. Let's try the 4th coat. But I am actually thinking it's not going to look good. Yeah, that looks really bad. That looks really, really bad, actually. I mean, I'm trying to do a little bit of a thicker coat to kind of maybe fix it a bit, but not really. Not. I mean, compared to these, I think with this one I'm going to do 6 coats and see where it's at that point. And yeah, so we're going to continue painting. The only reason I want to give it 6 coats is I do have OPI polishes that were 6 coaters. So having to do 6 coats of nail polish isn't necessarily a deal breaker. Is it a hassle? Yes, it's a hassle. Is it time consuming? Yes, it is time consuming. However, I do this to relax. I find this very relaxing. I even find waiting for the polish to dry and binge watching some sort of TV show while it's drying relaxing. So that's kind of how I unwind in my free time, is I will binge watch something and wait for my nails to dry. Recently, I've started recording me painting my nails, which is a fun way to talk to people. So yeah, there's that. I don't know. The thumb looks a lot better than these guys. Should I keep going? Alright, I'm going to let this dry and then maybe I'll be back. If not, then that means I'm cleaning it all off and I'm doing a yellow base coat. Alright, see you guys later. Or in a few, whatever. Okay, I'm back for coat 5 and 6. And if this doesn't work, I don't know. I'm gonna swatch it anyway, and people can be like, ew, you look like you have smoker's nails. And that's just the sad fact that this polish kind of looks like crap, and it needs a base coat. I think that the best way to use this one, get a yellow base coat, put it on 2 coats over the base coat. I'm pretty sure this yellow is going to do the same thing, and I fear that the oranges are going to be just as bad too. But, I mean, it is what it is. They're only $1.25. I'm not entirely surprised because this is a yellow, and yellow pigments are actually very difficult to make opaque. That's just a thing. I even found it difficult trying to make them opaque when I was like taking painting classes. You usually need to mix some sort of other color with it to give it more opacity. And then it doesn't look like a real yellow. I'm not sure if they've come out with like better quality. Crap, I got a little fuzz in that one. Hold on, I have to get my pen. So like, I don't know if they've come out with like better synthetic pigments since I was in school. It's quite possible. And then I'll just fix the little smudge that I made with the pen when I do the second coat. So that's not that big a deal. At least I got the little fuzz out. But yeah, it looks like this one is just not what we want it to be. I mean, oh well. This is part of the reason I'm kind of doing these long format videos and painting my nails on camera too, even if I'm not doing InDesign, because it will give you a better idea of how the polishes perform so that you don't have to waste your money. Because the truth is that with enough effort, you can make anything pretty much work and look decent in a photograph or video. It's not hard. I mean, it's time consuming, so yes, it is a bit hard, but you can make anything pretty much look halfway decent if you have the put time and effort into it. So what people are missing is the effort and the time that people put into the swatch photos, and then they go buy something and they're like, oh, it doesn't look like that at all. It happens with like cosmetics all the time, nail polishes all the time. I get duped online with the photo swatches all the time, thinking it's like a pearlescent polish, and it turns out to be a damn glitter. And that really annoys me, that the swatches never look anything like the photo. So I kind of doing this for like transparency? Is that what it's called? I think it is. But see, now with the 6 coats, super thick and gelatinous. This will dry down a bit though. It's not going to be that crazy. But the thing is also the more coats of enamel you put on, the more likely it's going to chip. Because that's just the way they behave. And I just messed up my thumb. Dang it. Oh well. There we go. That looks alright. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. But I'm pretty sure that the design I had an idea for using this polish isn't going to work because of how many coats it required to get it to this opacity. Yeah. Total bummer that this is just going to be a video of me talking to myself and just painting my regular nails instead of trying to do something that I probably shouldn't be trying with my left hand. And getting criticized for it. Because, you know, everybody loves to criticize me about how sloppy I am and how crappy it looks. Actually, I haven't had that in a while. So far, like, I've had a lot of positive reinforcement and haven't really had negative Nancy's commenting. So, I mean, once you reach 6 coats, it's still not... I don't know why the thumb looks so much more opaque than the others. Did I, like, do an extra thick layer on that one or something? I mean, that... Oh, because I smudged it, I kind of did a 7... It was a 7-coater. Alright. In that case, because I went over it when I banged into it, so I technically did 7 coats on it. Alright, let's see if I can just quickly do that with the rest of them. But, yeah, this is pushing it. you shouldn't have to use this much of it to get it to look halfway decent. So, you know, buyer beware. If you do love yellows, just be aware this is a really sheer one. And it will glow. And it probably would be more productive to just paint your nails with a regular yellow that's similar to this, and then just do 2 coats of this on top of it, instead of what I did, which was put pretty much 7 coats on my nail to reach full opacity. And the funny thing is the pink one and the blue one that I swatched were not like this. They reached this level of opacity in 4 coats. They were really nice. This yellow isn't, though. But I'm not surprised, because one, yellow pigment is very difficult to make opaque. So I'm not that mad at it. It is $1.25. So did I really lose much out of it? No, I got a swatch video out of it. Might gain a follower because of it. Who knows? You know, it wasn't really a waste, in my opinion. I had fun, and who knows, maybe I'll get some comments on the video about other people talking about how they don't care for it, or, you know, might leave some tips on what they do when they run into a non-opaque yellow to make it look better. Because I think even if you were to put this over a white, it would look better. The only thing is, one thing that I found with a lot of some of the cheaper sheer polishes is that even if you do a white base, they'll come out streaky. So that could be hit or miss too. I'm thinking you could try this one over a white base, and if it came out streaky, to then try it over a yellow base. Alright. See you later for the official swatch. Okay, bye.